Hello, everyone, and thanks again for participating in our virtual summit. In this session, I'd like to talk about integrating Shibumi into existing applications you're already using at your company. Over the last few years, strategy execution has grown into a critical component of successful organizations. As it's matured, so have the platforms that enable it. At Shibumi, we're proud of being a leader in the space and pushing it forward. As Shibumi has become ever more part of a successful organization, the need to integrate into critical systems has become equally important. Our approach towards integrations is the same as our approach towards strategy execution. From capturing ideas all the way through to tracking the business benefits, we integrate to the relevant platforms. As we're capturing ideas, we can integrate to everything from collaboration platforms like Slack to process mining applications like Fortress IQ and Celonis. Defining the business case and capturing the expected benefits often involves integration to financial management systems and business intelligence platforms to strengthen the case. As the executives and stakeholders are weighing their options and prioritizing the initiatives for execution, we leverage integrations to scenario planning tools and financial management systems like Anaplan. Once execution has begun, integration of PPM systems like PlanView and ServiceNow or agile management systems like Jira is common. Finally, once execution is finished, we can validate the original business case and make sure we're delivering the expected benefits. This again leverages integrations to financial management and automation platforms. As we define new integrations, we start with determining the nature of the integration. Generally speaking, there are three types. The first is how our BI integrations behave. We're writing information to an external application. In the case of BI, we're passing data to an external data warehouse. The second type is simply the opposite direction. An example of this is our integration to automation platforms. This type involves receiving data from an external application. The last is the most involved. It's a fully create, read, update, delete interface between us and another application. This is most typically leveraged in our PPM and agile management integrations. These are also the most flexible type of integrations. For instance, as the initiative moves from prioritization to execution, that may trigger a create in the PPM system. PPM becomes the system of record during execution. Then, post-execution, it's passed back to Shibumi for benefit realization. In all of these examples, we're leveraging our robust standards-based API. This allows us to develop any type of integration necessary. But it also allows our customers and partners to define their own. Our API is available to anyone to extend core Shibumi functionality. You might recognize the term modules from other sessions you've seen. Modules is how we're packaging a set of capabilities that can be installed into your Shibumi solutions. An integration is a natural example of a module. A typical integration involves a set of elements to enable it. The first are one or more new templates. A simple example of this is our integration to Blue Prism. The integration requires a process and digital worker template to be enabled in order to have a home for the data passed from Blue Prism. The second is a set of business rules. Often, actions taken in Shibumi should trigger an integration to wake up and sync data. For example, in our ServiceNow integration, when certain data elements are edited, that triggers the integration and passes those values to ServiceNow. The last are attributes. Integrations often require a set of attributes to be added to manage the integration. The Jira integration requires a project key stored at the Shibumi initiative to link the two records across. Now let's look at an example of one of these integrations. In this case, let's see how Shibumi integrates to Jira. A quick illustration before we jump into the live demo. In Shibumi, we're managing a strategic program that includes a set of initiatives. Each initiative has a set of expected benefits it will deliver. The initiative will deliver these benefits over time, and the benefits could be dependent on a set of releases that are being managed in Jira. As those release dates are being managed, they'll have an impact on when the business can realize the benefits. And as issues arise and dates shift, the business needs to be aware of that impact on their benefit timelines. Now let's jump into a live demo. Here we are in a live demo looking at a strategic program within Shibumi. This program is managing a set of initiatives through a life cycle and tracking its benefits over time. If I look at the initiative pipeline, I can get a view of all of the different initiatives we're managing and where they sit. If I look at implementation, these are the initiatives that are currently going through execution. I can open up finance and find a particular one. Let's take a look at system consolidation. As I drill down into an initiative, I can see all of the details. In this example, we're in the implementation stage, and I can see the business case highlights in the summary view. I can also click into the Activities tab to see all the milestones that have been defined. In this case, one of the milestones has been linked already to a release that we're managing in Jira. In this case, we see the release dates of December 1st, and we're syncing those from Jira into Shibumi. I can also click on the Financials tab and see the expected benefits and when we plan to realize those. One in particular I want to call out is the first, infrastructure savings. As I drill down into that one, I can see that Release 6 has been identified as a dependency. What this is saying in Shibumi is we cannot start to realize this benefit on December 1st of $25,000 until this Release 6 has been fully implemented and deployed. Good thing for us, these dates match and there's no issues. But what happens if they don't? Let's slide over to Jira and make some changes. Here's that same release, number 6, and we see it has a due date of December 1st. But let's move that out. After some analysis, maybe we had some issues with resources, we had to push it out to January 1st. As soon as we do that, that'll trigger an update and sync that date back over to Shibumi. As I slide back to Shibumi, I can see now that January 1st is the date defined, and this is now at risk. This is going to be a month late from the original start date that we've defined. Now within Shibumi, we can do a variety of things as a result. We can send email notifications, letting people know that there's been a slip. We can change this date automatically to make it match, and you'll see that then reflected in all of the charts and graphs illustrating your benefit timeline. All these can be supported. It really depends on how you would like to manage it. But in this case, we've decided to send an email notification. These notifications can be directed to anybody within the system, whoever should be the receiving party. We receive these notifications in email, and we also have a notification center right within Shibumi. This is the one that was just issued, letting me know that a benefit timeline has slipped. We can customize the content in these notifications in any way that we like. In this case, we're simply saying where and what benefit has slipped, which initiative it exists in, and some dates. And we see $25,000 has slipped by 31 days. In this example of our Jira integration, it's as flexible as Shibumi is. We can identify what information we'd like to pull and sync on the Jira side and where it should go in Shibumi. Additionally, we can define a cadence in which we keep that information in sync. Thanks for taking the time to see what we've been up to with integrations. And remember to keep a lookout for our technology partners sessions in the virtual summit. There you'll be able to see how they're taking these integrations and leveraging them in their solutions.